Being an avid gardener who is allergic to pollen can put a major damper on your outdoor activities this spring, but it doesn't have to be that way. There are steps you can take to limit your exposure to pollen while you tend to your yard, so just follow these pollen prevention tips. Remember that plants can be pollinated by two ways: abiotic and biotic. Pollinators, like bees, carry pollen from plant to plant in biotic pollination, while abiotic pollination is a result of the wind. It's the wind pollination that causes the most problems for those with allergies. It's estimated that 40 million Americans have indoor or outdoor allergies. Some of the most common triggers are tree pollen, weed pollen, grass pollen, as well as mold spores. Hay fever or allergic rhinitis, which is caused by these triggers, may lead to symptoms such as congestion, nose irritation, sore throat, sneezing, and itchy, watery eyes. Here are 5 pollen prevention tips for gardeners with outdoor allergies to help you avoid pollen when you're out in your garden. First, pay attention to time and weather conditions. One of the basic steps to avoiding pollen is monitoring the day's pollen count. You can find this information on weather forecast websites. Besides the pollen count, it's also important to garden at specific times. Various pollens release at different times of the day. Try to work in the garden when it's cool and cloudy or after a heavy rain. Avoid garden work when days are hot, the air is dry, or when there are high pollen-spreading winds. Gardening after a light rain isn't always a good idea, as it activates some pollen. Next, perform proper yard maintenance. Grass can be a pollen hazard. You can reduce grass pollen by keeping your lawn cut short. If cutting your own grass gives you the sniffles, consider paying someone, like a kid from your neighborhood, to do it for you. If you suffer from mold allergies, be aware of wet mulch and straw where mold thrives. Next, have the right gear. When you tend to your garden, consider wearing work goggles or sunglasses to protect your eyes. Also, consider wearing masks to protect your nose and mouth from pollen. Wearing gloves, long sleeves, and long pants can also help as well. Next, stay clean. Keep the pollen from settling into your home. After you garden, clean up right away. Wash your hands, take a shower, and don't forget to immediately wash your clothes. And the last tip is grow a hypoallergenic garden. Though this isn't an immediate solution, it is something you could consider for the future. Some plants produce more pollen than others. By planting more hypoallergenic plants, you can limit the amount of pollen in your own yard. Consider plants like daisies, irises, lilacs, peonies, roses, and tulips. Also consider cherry trees, redwoods, and pear trees to reduce the tree pollen in your yard. If these plants don't suit you, consider asking your nearest plant nursery for female plants to reduce the male plants in your garden, as they are the ones that produce the pollen. Become your best you and discover more about this and other topics. Visit themindfullivingnetwork.com, where knowledge is our mission. Thanks for watching.